What is interesting, I think, about Hawaii is their ability that when they are behind, and in the second game they were behind 20-16, and Idaho really had things going. Hawaii is able to react to that and pull something out and take it to a different level, whatever it is. But in the end, they survive. Good teams do that, and they're a good team.
Yeah, the great teams really do that. They find some way to get resourceful and find a way to pull, as you say, the rabbit out of the hat. And Jane Croson could have been really down in the dumps for how she's playing. Instead, she comes through with a couple pretty good passes, pretty good serves there in the end.
Ball hit over by Schultz. We start the third game. Danielson in the air. Hartung, Uiato. Adolfo is blocked back. And a big hit by Milo. Milo is going crazy. I believe that's her 15th kill.
Yeah, she averages, by the way, she averages about a little over 3 kills a game. She's averaging 7 over the first 2 sets tonight.
Well, I mean, but she feasts on Hawaii. She had 19 kills, 12 digs, double-double performance. Hit 327 in that September 22nd match. Serving will be Walker. Dug up by Blake. Here's Uiato cross court. Danielson. She hits that off Milo, but there is Walker. Hamilton gets to the cross for Idaho. Uiato tries Danielson again, and Danielson able to smear it off that first block and then get some touches on the ball's way across the court.
See the blockers both moving to their left, leaving Danielson one-on-one on the outside. It's great vision by Uiato.
Tied at 1. Uiato puts it into the net. Service error. Hawaii leading 2 games to none, or 2 sets to none. And that really pushes Idaho back into that corner. But they have played well. Adolfo, not a good hit, saved by Fight. And the ball again is hit over, this time by Milo.
Milo again. She's just putting down pretty much every ball that comes her way. She's made 4 errors, but she's had 36 swings out of the 77 tries.
Down the middle comes Croson. That'll be returned. Croson with the save. Uiato goes to Danielson. She pounds it off the block. Milo is there. Fight. Here's Milo again. Dug up by Blake. Fight short set. Seeley gets it across. Saved by Croson. Danielson down the line. Church is there. Croson on her knees. Uiato sets up Hartung, and Hartung able to hit that ball the way Hartung does.
Well, we talked about being patient because this Idaho team digs so many balls, and Hawaii did do it. Their hitters were very, very patient, not trying to do too much with the ball, just kept it in until they got a really good swing at it, which Hartung did just then to earn the point.
Danielson will serve for Hawaii. 2 serving 3 in the third game. Dug up by Hamilton. May have been an out ball. That ball hit over by Milo. Here's Croson. Croson hits it deep. That's becoming a problem now.
Yeah, she's really struggling. She's got 5 kills, 7 errors in 24 tries, hitting negative .083.
Idaho went 4 games against Hawaii in Moscow, Idaho on the 22nd of September. Adolfo hits it over. That'll be returned. There's Milo. Croson to Uiato. And Adolfo. That ball hit back by Seeley. Hawaii saves it. Hamilton sets up Milo. Big block by Hartung.
Uiato goes quick to Adolfo there. Nice cover. Good quick hands by both Uiato and Danielson. And a great block by Emily Hartung. Middle blocker turned right side player.
Blake serving. Here's Fight. Milo gets it over. Danielson in the back row. Uiato to Hewitt.
That connection continues to be smooth between Uiato and Hewitt.
And we are tied at 4 in the third game. Serving will be Blake. A ball dug up by Milo. Put over that time by Church. Hartung. Oh, what a block. Hartung hit that right into the block. It was up and waiting.
And that play developed so smoothly, and it was so obvious where the set was going to go. It was a pretty good set, but Hartung just hit it right in the middle of the block. On that one, she's got to go high hands or deep into the corner, a little rainbow shot.
Milo and Seeley in on that double block. Serving is Milo. Dug up by Croson. Overpass. That ball comes right to you. You still got it, buddy. You still got it. We're tied at 5. Serving will be Hartung here in the third game. Dug up by Hamilton. That ball is hit over by Seeley. Down the line, trying to hit it. Down the line was Croson. She hits it wide.
Croson really struggling tonight, trying to just find the court.
6-5, Idaho leading. Amy Westberg has come in to serve for the Vandals.
Such a quality player, though. I'm sure she'll pull herself out of it. Number 7 recruit in the country, under 19 beach champion in the world. Ex-teammate of Hartung in club ball.
Croson, Uiato. Ball hit to Croson, and Croson gets it down the line. The trouble with Croson is she may have her troubles, but when she is on, she's worth the price of admission.
She does a nice job of looking like she's doing cross court. Then she turns it down the line. Catches the right side digger unawares.
Alex Griffiths will come into the game for Croson. Griffiths will serve. We are tied at 6 in the third game. Hawaii leading 2-0 to none. Griffiths gets it across. Dug up by Milo. They go to Walker. That's dug up by Hartung. Danielson is blocked. Blocked by Schultz and blocked by Church.
Good block by Schultz. Watch her in the middle there. She's as good as Brittany Hewitt. She's the #1 blocker in the WAC right now, number 19 in the country.
Serving is Chow. Diving dig by Uiato. That's not going to make it. That'll be an ace. Ace for Chow. And it's 8-6 Idaho. Hawaii continue having trouble tonight with their consistency. Chow serving again. Blake Uiato goes cross court. Danielson in the air with another block saved by Chow. They go to Walker, and Walker right between Hewitt and Uiato. It's 9-6, Idaho leading by 3. So Griffiths will go out, and Croson will come back in.
Hewitt getting the, Walker getting the matchup she wanted, going up against Hawaii's smallest Walker.
Croson shanked that. Good save by Uiato. Getting the ball across is Hartung. Step out. Schultz. There is Danielson and Hewitt. Point for Hawaii. It is 9-7 Idaho.
Not sure why Fight would go back to a block that's going to include Brittany Hewitt. Why not go out to Walker, who's hot right now?
Fight. Walker dug up by Hewitt. Uiato sets up Danielson over the double block. Danielson with a tough angle. She took advantage of it.
That was a big-time hit. Nice set by Uiato up there. Danielson sees the block form, then goes inside. Tough angle. Great shot by Kanani.
8 serving 9. Hewitt dug up by Hamilton. Walker with a really Danielson-like roll shot.
It really was a veteran kind of a shot there. You don't see a sophomore do that often with that much alacrity.
Walker serving. Croson overpass, but Uiato was able to get up there, help it across, and get the point.
Yeah, she's really deceptive when she's at the net. She does a lot of really good things. She won't dump the ball a whole lot, but she'll go up there and she'll win those little joust or these little close passes. She'll just tap it down in front of a huge middle blocker.
Uiato looking for the tie. Dug up by Walker. Fight. Milo gets it across. There's Croson. Uiato, Adolfo. That'll be returned. Ball comes over, saved by Uiato. Blake sets up Croson in the middle, and she gets it down from behind the 3-meter line in front of Chow.
Pretty good set by Lizzie Blake, too, who was used to setting when she was at Cahokia. Puts up a nice ball for Croson. Croson so dearly wants to come out of her negative slump.
So Hawaii comes back from a 3-point deficit. They tie it at 10. Serving is Uiato. There's Milo. That's blocked back by Hartung. Milo will try it again, and that's in. Got it into the corner. 11-10 Idaho.
Milo, at 6 foot, senior from Portland, Oregon. 18 kills versus San Jose State the other night. 19 kills versus UH. Plus she had 12 digs.
Tonight she has 17. Hartung, what a block. What a block by Idaho. Seeley was on the inside, but Fight was on the outside.
Give all the credit to both players for reading that 31 set. Fight dropping in to help out.
Serving is Hamilton. And that ball goes out following the hit by Hartung. The block put it back into the antenna. Idaho leading 12-11. Danielson will serve. Looking for the tie. The ball dug up by Chow. Fight. Big hit by Walker. Dug up by Danielson in the back row. Behind the 3-meter line. She's able to kind of sew a brand new cable. The ball spins off that, goes down.
She started the play with a great dig, and she ends the play with this pipe set out of the back row. And gets a favorable, as you said, favorable cable.
We're tied at 12. Milo dug up by Blake. Backing up Uiato. Keeps Danielson in the middle. That's dug up by Hamilton. Ball put over by Seeley. 13-12, Idaho leading by 1.
Credit Seeley for making the most out of that play. Just it was not the set she wanted, so she did whatever she could to just keep the ball in play.
13 serving 12. Fight will serve. Blake to Uiato. Hartung. That's blocked out. Comes over to me, and I can't handle it.
But it was, you don't have any more, I guess. The ball was blocked actually off Hartung. The point goes to Idaho, yeah. Quick block right off Hartung.
Well, I'm trying to protect myself over here. Hartung trying to redeem herself. She does. 14-13, Idaho. Blake will serve for Hawaii. They have all been nail biters. Every one of these games played tonight. 25-23 in the first game, 25-22 in the second game. And Hawaii's had to fight off Idaho in the first game, come from behind in the second game.
When you're the top team in the league, you always got that, target on your back. So Idaho playing with a lot of emotion. Hawaii not playing with that much emotion tonight. A little listless, in my opinion.
Milo hit that off the tape. That's a mistake for Milo, one of the few. And Hawaii comes back and ties it at 14. Shoji repositions Hartung. That ball comes. Uiato, diving dig by Danielson. Hawaii gets it across. And then the big hit down the middle. That time by Seeley. Hawaii with a miraculous defensive play. Only seconds later to give up the point. 15-14. We'll take this television timeout. We're in the third game, or the third set of this match. Idaho and Hawaii. Idaho has come to play. Hawaii's been able to win the first two, putting Idaho in that dark hole where the only way they can win the match is to win 3 straight games or sets. But I have been impressed with the way Idaho has played.
They're out hitting Hawaii right now. They're out blocking Hawaii. So 2 pretty crucial areas.
Milo serving. Danielson, Uiato, Croson. The ball in the air by Milo. Fight goes to Walker. That's off Blake. It's another point for Idaho.
Inside set, you can move
Idaho just seems to have that ability to return everything Hawaii gives them.
Yeah, remember, they're the #1 defensive team in the WAC. Got a pretty good front line blocking and a pretty good back row digging.
Milo serves again. Danielson, Uiato. Ooh, big hit by Hartung down the line.
Hartung comes up with her Amber Kaufman-like leaping ability right here. Just drills it down the line for her 12th kill of the night, leading Hawaii. all Hawaii attackers.
Goodman comes into the front row. Also coming in is Stauber for Hartung and Uiato. Hewitt also in that front line along with Danielson and Goodman. Serving is Stauber. Didn't get it across. That is not good. Idaho out to a 2-point lead, 17-15. Goodman goes out. Uiato comes back in to set. Here's Westberg serving again for Idaho. Danielson, Uiato, Hewitt. That's off the block, and that's saved. Saved by Church. Stauber, Uiato, Danielson. That ball dug up again and comes back over. Uiato, and finally Hewitt comes over, and with a short, effective, real bomb, she gives away the point.
It's called a tight slide right behind the setter. And it's a audible that goes on right in the middle of the play. Oh, a terrific connection between Uiato and Hewitt.
Croson looking to tie this third game. That ball dug up and then overpass, and Goodman was there to gobble it up. That ball dug up by Walker. Hawaii ties it at 17.
I thought Goodman was going to let this go out of bounds. I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but she decides she wants to get a big kill out of it, and she does.
Big toss again by Croson. Croson gets it in, dug up by Hamilton. Ball is pushed over and down. Pushed over by Schultz. (18-17) Idaho here in the third. Janelle Chow from Mercer Island, Washington, in once again to serve. Danielson, Uiato, Hewitt, and Hewitt able to get it down in front of Chow. Tied at 18.
Brittany Hewitt, her 9th kill, only 1 error. So that middle connection we were worried about the last few matches, finally getting straightened out.
Uiato comes out. Blake comes out. Adolfo goes in, and Goodman goes back in that front row along with Danielson. We are tied at 18. Serving is Hewitt into the net.
Hawaii's 5th service error of the night. Idaho has the same number of errors.
19-18 Idaho. Walker serving. Dug up by Croson. Danielson has to punch it in there left-handed, but she does. Are you kidding?
That ball was way too close to the net. Uiato knew that she did not put up a good ball there and was going too wide and too close to the net. Kanani, being the All-American person that she is, finds a way to put it down, even left-handed.
No one can do that. No one. We're tied at 19, tied for the 10th time in his third set. And there's Danielson's solo block on Schultz. And Hawaii gets to the second plateau. They lead 20-19.
Kanani just staying disciplined, knowing who the attacker was, staying with her.
Go, Blake. Get all that middle.
This is the first lead by Hawaii in this third set, and that is ruled out. Off that serve by Croson. We're tied at 20.
Dave Shoji says, "Are you sure?" Let's take a look and see if we can take a look at it. Oh, pretty close.
There's Danielson, saved by Chow. Adolfo tries to two-hand it over, and it is wide. 21-20, Idaho. Take a look at this serve again by Croson. There you see, now watch, the flag points in, and then the flag points out. Take another look. Ooh, that was close. Danielson gets it over. That ball goes off of Walker.
The set was
Tied at 21.
Way inside for Kanani. So rather than try to do something magical with it, she just lobbed it into the back row and to a place where she thought the defense wouldn't be, and she gets a kill.
Danielson serving. Fight goes to Milo. What a block. Adolfo was there along with Hartong. 22-21. Could Hawaii work this same scenario again? Danielson looking to the bench, getting decided where she should serve it, but she'll have to wait as timeout has been called by Idaho. We have seen this played out in the first 2 sets. Hawaii is behind. All of a sudden, Hawaii ties it. Hawaii then gets the lead, and Hawaii wins the set. Very closely played match. Remember, Hawaii will not play at home until the 11th of, until the 10th of November against Louisiana Tech, and then New Mexico State on the 12th. In the meantime, they go on the road and they have match after match after match. So this is a very busy time for this team, and this schedule is, let's face it, every time Hawaii goes on the road, they don't go on the road, they go overseas. They go time zone after time zone.
Well,
This particular schedule is brutal.
This Idaho team has played as well as any team has come in and played Hawaii this year, in my opinion.
Yes.
Maybe with the exception of UCLA that beat Hawaii in 4 for Hawaii's only loss. You know, they played great defense, especially in the front row, playing a great blocking scheme. Their back row defense has been terrific, and Dave Shoji's having to work as hard as he has against any team this year.
He's labored.
And yeah, I think he's not wanting to meet this team in the WAC tournament, that's for sure, because they're a formidable opponent who has played well. In fact, on that last attack by Kanani Danielson, that's the first time that Hawaii has out-hit Idaho tonight. Hawaii's now hitting 214 to Idaho's 210. First time all night long. So they've also been out-blocked by Idaho, 10-7. So Hawaii now 10-8 with that last block.
22-21, Hawaii leading. Danielson serving, back up by Hamilton. Ball is hit over, and Hawaii, Danielson runs it down and gets it over. Hawaii just saves it. They will go to Milo, and Milo hits it long.
But I believe Hartong was in the net.
Hartong in the net again, and that is becoming a problem. Hartong has been called for net violations at the most inopportune time.
Watch Hartong press over right there, gets her forearm on the cable.
Tied at 22. Ball is hit by Croson. Croson almost knocks over Hamilton.
She's overdue, that's for sure. As she creeps up on, gets her 8th kill. She is now finally, I believe, even for the night. 8 kills, 8 errors, hitting 0-0-0. First time tonight.
Blake will serve. 23 serving 22. Milo fight back to Milo off the block. There's Uiato. Blake waits for it. Here's Hartong just over the block, and they won't be able to get it over. That's the 4th hit. This is match point. Timeout. Timeout has been called by Idaho, and this crowd, who had risen exuberantly to their feet, sits back down. So it is an amazing turn of events again. I mean, you look at Hawaii, and they have struggled throughout this 3rd set. And they only got their first lead when they hit 21. And here they are at match point, 24-22. And perfectly positioned to win the match 3-0.
Now, this is the first time this year that I've noticed that Hawaii's been playing a little flat, a little listless, not with a whole lot of energy. I think it's got to be partly that rigorous schedule they play in September, where they play those 3 tournaments back to back to back, and they play some top-ranked opponents. Play the 7th toughest schedule in the country, and all of a sudden they get into league and they just a little bit of a lull sets in. And even though this is maybe the 2nd best team in the conference after New Mexico State, they still have trouble firing up for them, getting excited about playing against them. So we'll see. I think this road trip they have coming up might be good for them. They'll be playing at the bottom of the league. They'll be traveling. Maybe get a chance to do some bonding together and figure some things out. We'll see.
So Hawaii leading 24-22. They've come from behind again. They position themselves again.
Good news here is they have a good block up front. They get the serve in, then they've got Hartong on the right, they got Hewitt in the middle and Croson on the left. That's a good blocking scheme up there.
Serving will be Blake for the match. Ball is dug up. Goes to Milo, that goes off Blake. Not yet. 24-23.
Good pass, well conceived play. They held the middle. Hartong left on a load on the outside, and Milo converted.
Milo now with 19 kills. Serving is Milo. Dug up Croson. Uyato. Croson! Is it in? It is! Croson struggling all night. Frustrated at times. In the end, exultant. 25-23. Hawaii defeats a very game, very talented Idaho team. What a match.
Yeah, they really played well, gave Hawaii all they could handle. Like I said, that's as good as any team's played Hawaii all year long. With the exception of maybe UCLA that beat them.
Dave Shoji labored. He labored through this match. He labored through the third game or the third set. He was up, he was down, he was changing his lineup. He was looking at the officials to see how many changes he had. I mean, he really put in the time to earn his salary. And he's with Lori Santi right now.
Dave Shoji, that had to be one of the toughest sweeps you guys have had all season long. I mean, you come out 3-0, but a tough Vandal team tonight.
Well, every time I looked up, it was tied or they were ahead, and you know, we made some plays at the end of each game, which it always helps. But they played really well. Number 4, Milo, was really good tonight. Number 2 was good, and we got to slow those hitters down. But give credit to Idaho. I don't know. We played okay, but like I said, we made the plays down the stretch.
Yeah, it was kind of an illusion a bit because that was a good Idaho team, and you did struggle back and forth. Let's talk about the fact you've gone through 9 matches in 17 days. Not a lot of time to tweak. You've been doing a lot. You've been working, Dave. You've been doing a lot of stuff with that lineup, and not a lot of time to adjust.
Well, that's the thing. We don't have a lot of practice time because it's like play, practice, play. So we don't have a lot of time to work on things. We try to still work on skills every day, and then we've got maybe 45 minutes, but it is hard. But our players are comfortable now in any position. Hartong can play left, middle, or right, and so it's not that big a thing. It's just we got to find our way and find our lineup at some point in time.
You know, you mentioned Emily Hartong, and certainly in my mind, the player of the weekend really stepped up. Have you had a player able to play left, right, and middle ever? I mean, she has been unbelievable at every position.
No, we've never had a player like that. Maybe Angelica Ljungqvist, who could pass and play defense, but she was strictly in middle. She could have probably played all 3, but I can't think of anybody else that could play like Emily. And she plays at a high level at all 3 positions. So, you know, she's a great team player. And what can I say?
You know, no rest for the weary. You guys on the road tomorrow. You've got the bottom of the conference. Kind of a weird remainder of the schedule. You get back for a couple weeks there where you'll have time to tweak it. You know, at this point in the season, 2/3 in, are you guys where you want to be?
Well, I think we are record-wise. We certainly are. But, you know, San Jose's playing well. They swept this weekend. So that's Tuesday night. That's going to be a hard match because just the travel involved and everything. So we just got to focus and just see if we can muster up some energy every night.
Well, definitely Dave Shoji earning his money tonight. The Wahine 3-0 over the Vandals. And back to you, Jim.
All right, thanks, Lori. 25-23, 25-22, 25-23. A great match. More to come. Welcome back, everyone. Bank of Hawaii Players of the Match. Coming up, Bank of Hawaii presents the players who were outstanding in this match. For Idaho, Alicia Milo. Milo had 19 kills, 3 blocks, 8 digs, almost a double-double. And for Hawaii, Brittany Hewitt. She was there when needed. 9 kills, 4 blocks, and 3 digs. So those are the 2 players in this match. And Hawaii now is 21-1 on the season. They are undefeated in the Western Athletic Conference. So they are well on their way to capturing the regular season. Of course, they have to worry about the postseason tournament, which has always been a bugaboo with me. Because if you win the regular season, that's where you have all of your competition, and then you don't perform well just in the tournament, you're gone. They give the NCAA berth to who does better in the tournament than during the regular season. That must be changed, but so far it hasn't been. I mean, I've been writing letters.
I'm agreeing with
I've been
you.
writing letters, but no. What you said, I think, has to be considered, that when you go into a conference that you have just literally dominated, and this is the 16th year that you've done that during the regular season, it's hard to get up for a game. But Idaho came in here today, and they were saying, I don't care. I don't care whether you had a 16 or 15-year run. We're here to give you some competition, and they did.
This may have been a great gift that Idaho just gave to Hawaii. Maybe a wake-up call that they need to fire up for every match. They can't take anybody for granted. And Idaho, certainly they could draw them in the tournament. And last year, remember Utah State? I'm sure Hawaii remembers Utah State last year in the tournament when they beat them and did not get the automatic berth. So I think this is a great wake-up call for Hawaii. They need to play with more energy, possibly, in my opinion, and need to obviously find a lineup. Dave showed you had so many lineup changes going on tonight. He actually literally had to call a timeout to figure out who was going to be going where, so they didn't get called for out of rotation.
We will be back with you next on the 10th of November against Louisiana Tech. We will also have the final regular season game against New Mexico State. That will also be senior night. Chantil Satelli, we will celebrate her. Also Alex Griffith and Kanani Danielson. Those are the three seniors. We will say aloha to them. And no university in the country says aloha to their seniors like the University of Hawaii.
And a great match that night, New Mexico State.
New Mexico
Great
State,
match.
That's true. Should be very close to a sellout here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Well, thanks everybody for watching the match tonight. Thank you for watching OC Sports on Oceanic Time Warner Cable. Stay tuned now for the post-match report.